Good morning. Today we are going to learn few theorems on the chapter determinants. Now, theorem number 1. If A be a given square matrix of order n, then A into adjoint A equal to adjoint A into A equal to determinant of A into I, where I is an identity matrix of order n. Now, let us understand this by taking an example of order 2 here. Now, let us take a matrix of order 2, 2, 3, 1 and 4. Now if 2 cross of order 2 cross 2 matrix if we are taking, then finding the adjoint of A is very easy. That is, leading diagonal we have to just interchange, and the remaining 2 just we have to change the sign of the given number. Now this will gives the adjoint of A. Now according to this theorem, A into adjoint A we have to multiply. So let us multiply A into adjoint of A. So this is equal to, just multiply these two, this row wise and here column wise we have to do. So 2 into 4, 8. 3 into minus 1 is minus 3. Next 2 into minus 3 is minus 6. 3 into 2 is plus 6. Now 1 into 4 is 4. 4 into minus 1 is minus 4. 1 into minus 3 is minus 3. 4 into 2 is plus 8. Now this is equal to, here 5, this is 0, this is 0 and here it is 5. Now from this we can write the 5 out and we can write in this format. Why if it is so means this is simply just like a scalar multiple of a matrix. Now this 1 0 0 1 is an identity matrix, so I can write this as 5 of I. Now adjoint A into A, let us multiply in this way, that is 4 minus 3 minus 1 2 into 2 3 1 and 4. Now row wise into column wise. Now this is equal to, multiply 4 into 2 8, 3 minus 3 into 1 is minus 3, 4 into 3 12, minus 3 into 4 minus 12. Now minus 1 into 2 minus 2, 2 into 1 plus 2. Now minus 1 into 3 is minus 3, 2 into 4 is plus 8. Now answer for this is, see, 8 minus 3 is 5. Now this 0, here this is 0 and this is 5. This is also nothing but 5 into of 1 0 0 1, that is equal to 5i. Now see, these two are equal, that is A into adjoint A into adjoint A is equal to adjoint A into A. These two are equal. Now we want to show that this is equal to determinant of A into I. Now let us find the determinant of this matrix. Now take this matrix as determinant 2 3 1 4. Now determinant is nothing but just multiplication and subtracting here. Multiply these two, 4 into 2 8. Now multiply these two, this is 1 into 3. Now these two we have to do subtraction, that is 5. So determinant of A value is 5. Now we can write this as determinant of A into I. This also we can write as determinant of A into I. So we can say that A into adjoint A is equal to adjoint A into A, that is equal to determinant of A into I. Therefore this is true for order n. Now what are the things we have to see here clearly is, when I multiply A into adjoint A, that I got here as value 5 0 0 5. See, that is the leading diagonal element is there, the remaining element I got here as 0 here. That too, the leading diagonal element I got that value as determinant of A here. For 2 cross 2, I got that leading element 5 and 5. Same way, if I want to write for 3 cross 3 matrix means, then A into adjoint A will be determinant of A 0 0 0, determinant of A 0 0 0, determinant of A. Now this will be the case. This is also equal to adjoint of A into A, that is equal to determinant of A into I. Now once it is true for order n means then it is understood order 2 means then it is understood that this is true for all the order n. That is what the theorem 1 states here. Now further extension, if A into adja A is equal to this matrix, that is equal to adja A into A equal to determinant of A into I. Now see here, apply determinant on both the sides. Let us take these two and apply determinant. A into adja A is equal to, take this as a determinant matrix. 0, 0, 0 determinant. Now let us find the determinant value of this determinant. This is nothing but determinant of A for the first one into these two we have to multiply and this two you have to multiply, subtract. That is determinant of A whole square minus 0. Remaining elements are 0. So 0 into any element will be 0. 0 into any element will be 0. So this is equal to determinant of A cube. Now this side, see here, determinant of A into adja A is equal to determinant of A cube. Now see here, this determinant of we can apply for separately. Determinant A into determinant of adja A is equal to determinant of A cube. Now keep the adjoint A this side is equal to determinant of A cube by determinant of A. So for this one time cancel. So determinant adjoint A is equal to determinant of A square. Now see here, I have taken the 3 cross 3 matrix and I got the answer as determinant of adja A equal to determinant of A square. For order 3 I got 2. If it is of order 4, then adja A is equal to determinant of A 3. If it keeps on moving in this way, then we can say that if it is of order n, then adjoint A is equal to determinant of A to the power n minus 1. Here n means n minus 1. 4 means 4 minus 1, 3. 3 means 3 minus 1, 2. In that order it will be there. Next, definition 4. A square matrix A is said to be singular if determinant of A is equal to 0. If I am finding the determinant value that is equal to 0, then we can say that that matrix is a singular. Suppose if the determinant value is not equal to 0, then we have to say it is a non-singular matrix. Now, next, theorem 2. If A and B are the non-singular matrix of order, same order. Non-singular matrix means take this capital A, that is a determinant of A not equal to 0 and determinant of B is also not equal to 0. And if it is not equal to 0 means non-singular. Non-singular means it is not equal to 0. Of a same order we are taking, then multiplication of AB and BA are also non-singular matrix. After multiplying that two matrix, where the resultant matrix what we are getting, that will also be a non-singular matrix, that is it is not equal to 0. The determinant value will not be 0. Therefore, after multiplying, that matrix is also a non-singular matrix of same order. Next, theorem 3. The determinant of the product of a matrix. Product means A into B. For this, take the determinant. So, determinant of product of the matrix is equal to the product of the respective determinants. Product of what? Respective determinants. Take the determinants and then multiply. So determinant of AB is equal to determinant of A into determinant of B, provided that A and B are square matrix of same order. Next, theorem 4. Theorem 4. A square matrix A is invertible if and only if A is a non-singular matrix. See here, A is a non-singular matrix means it is understood that determinant of A is not equal to 0. The word if and only if it is there. If and only if means two statements will be there. In that two statement, first we have to take one statement and we have to prove the next one, and the next statement we have to take and then we have to prove this one. See here, A is a non-singular matrix means we know. Here we have to prove that A is invertible. Invertible means that is A inverse exists. We have to prove that A inverse exists here. Taking that determinant of A not equal to 0 and we have to prove A inverse exists, and taking A inverse exists we have to prove determinant of A is not equal to 0. So first let us take that A is an invertible matrix of order n, and also we are taking an identity matrix of order n. If these two are there, then there exists a square matrix B of order n such that AB equal to BA equal to I, identity matrix. This we have studied in the chapter 3, elementary operations. Multiplication of two matrix will result in identity matrix. AB equal to BA equal to I here. Now let us take AB equal to I. Now apply the determinant on both the sides here. If I apply determinants, then just now we have learned in the theorem 3, determinant of AB is nothing but determinant of A into determinant of B. So instead of this I can write this one. So determinant of AB is equal to determinant of A into determinant of B. That is equal to I. Now this, keep your B this side, take this A to the next side. That is B is equal, determinant of B equal to 1 by of determinant of A. See, similarly, I can keep here A this side and I can take my B to the next side. See here, B is here, A is in the denominator means it is understood that this is the inverse, that so that I can write B is equal to A inverse. Similarly, I can say that A equal to B inverse. If this is so and this is equal to identity means one is the inverse of the another. So here it is not equal to 0 means then this is the inverse. This is possible means then here determinant of A is not equal to 0. So therefore we got determinant of A is not equal to 0. Hence A is a non-singular matrix. So we have proved that invertible taken and non-singular matrix is proved. The next thing we have to take A is a non-singular and we have to prove it is invertible. Now we have to prove that let us take A is a non-singular and we will prove that A is invertible. Now A is non-singular means it is understood that determinant of A is not equal to 0. Now see, in the theorem 1 we have proved that A into determinant adjoint A, that is equal to adjoint A into A, that is equal to A into I. Now keep the I here and take this A to the next side. So it will be 1 by of determinant A, 1 by of determinant A into adjoint A into A equal to I. Now this is nothing but of the form A into B equal to B into A equal to I. So we can replace this as B as a single value. So B is equal to 1 by determinant of A into adjoint A. So A into B equal to B into A is equal to I. Now if this is so and taking this B is equal to 1 by A of adjoint A, B is nothing but A inverse. Just now we have seen. So A inverse is existing here. Therefore I can say that my A is invertible. So taking that it is a non-singular and we proved that it is a invertible. So if a square matrix A is invertible if and only if A is a non-singular matrix. Hence it is proved.